Missionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player, you ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice and super duper fly. Juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my install. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my install.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Going to 53.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
46.
Prescott from the gun. But he's got it to Hearns. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Gun. Gun.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, we're going right there.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Let's finish now. Let's go 46. 26.
2nd down, Prescott. He'll buy some time right. He gets away from one, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Was looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Oh, it's well short, well right to boot.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Dumps it off for Geis. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And, oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Boom.
They'll look to throw. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, low trajectory from here, you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be. Snap, hold, kick, ball through the post. Didn't happen that way.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
On second down, Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And it's a fumble into the Redskins. How did they do? Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one caught by Crowder. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They go play action here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
He'll drop to throw. They'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Gun.
Prescott now on second down. Flush to his right. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back to throw here. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Detroit! Gun!
On third down, that's Thompson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
No. Check. Patriot.
They get it to him running left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only...
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way down, and that's caught inside the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season, as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
We got three. Watch it now, Barney. Gun.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
Detroit! All right, now, look at 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop the throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. Now he'll escape to his left. Now he's going to go, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Brandon Williams. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how.
Cannot connect. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Detroit!
Right back to him on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
Detroit!
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doxson, 45 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
2nd down, Prescott dancing to his left. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Cooper was the target there. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, That's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Slide, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On play action, they'll throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Again, a run with Thompson. He stiff arms it, and he'll running right through it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a carry for Pirine. He will push his way down to about the 14th. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed from 13 yards out. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Prescott.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Intended that time for Cooper.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Now back to throw. Out to the left here to Reed. Room to run inside the 40. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 23 yards on the play.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away.
I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front. Good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.